Good morning, Mayor Dan Pope with a weekly update. We've had a lot going on, so let's get right to it. At our council meeting on Tuesday, we spent time finalizing and confirming our priorities, our council priorities. Now, you remember that a week ago we had had a planning meeting, and this was to go in and just plug in a few more details. The 6 main priorities have not changed. They remain fiscal discipline, communication, community improvement, public safety, growth and development, and then economic development and redevelopment. I hope you'll watch the video on demand of the council meeting if you haven't seen it already, to get more information about the subtopics underneath each one of these very important priorities. This will guide our work for this year. Also at the council meeting, we approved hiring a local architecture firm, engineering firm, to help us do some future planning for the Civic Center. You may remember that about a year ago, we got a report from some consultants that had studied the demand for the demand that we have at the Civic Center that's not being met by our current facilities. Remember, the Civic Center is 42 years old. When it opened in 1977, there were about 168, 170,000 people that lived in Lubbock. Today, we're 100,000 more than that. But the Civic Centers remain the very same size. In some ways, it doesn't meet the needs of our community. So, as we plan for the future, we need to understand what some of those options are and what they might cost. So, long-term planning, but it's something that we started on. I think maybe the tie back here is that you've got to take care of your facilities, and you've always got to be working on your assets, to make sure that they're useful for a long window. I think that's what you guys expect. Quickly on Citizens Tower, we're still on track to have our council meeting there on December 17th. We will start moving city departments in there later this month. We're not going to be fully in as quick as we'd hoped to be. Typical end of a construction project type challenges. But by the middle of the first quarter, we'll be fully in, and I think we'll begin, as I said, with our first council meeting there on December the 17th. So expect to see a lot happening there. There's been a lot, but even more will be happening there over the next month. Maybe you caught some press this week of an event that I was part of. I hope if you haven't, that you'll pay attention. But there's billboards popping up around town, and they're titled, "Can You See Me?" It's this effort to draw attention to human trafficking, or often sex trafficking. And it's the governor's office is behind it. It's supported by many of our not-for-profits that work in this space. It's supported by our hospitals. It's supported by TABC. Representative John Frullo had been working on this since he went to Austin a decade ago. But the billboards are being provided free by the good folks at Lamar and other people like that. But the campaign will be running. It's just to drive awareness. Unfortunately, there's a lot of people in our community that get caught up in human trafficking, and often if we can spot them, we can get them help, and that's what it's about. 3 more things real quick. Next Monday, Veterans Day, we'll have a special observance ceremony at the Silent Wings Museum at 11 a.m. I hope you can make that. It's free. If you've not been to the museum, it's a great excuse to go to the Silent Wings Museum. It's fabulous. Late next week, next Thursday afternoon, the Chamber of Commerce will be holding a reception in honor of our relatively new fire chief, Sean Fogerson, and our brand new, as of next Monday, police chief, Floyd Mitchell. And then finally, next Friday afternoon at 3, we will have the formal swearing in of Chief Mitchell. And that'll be in the council chambers at 3 o'clock next Friday afternoon. Public's invited. We want to make sure that you have a chance to be there. I hope you have a great weekend. There's a lot going on in our community. I really very much enjoy serving as your mayor. Your prayers and your good ideas, your encouragement are critical. Keep it up. I'll talk to you next week.